I'm speaking to you from Palm Springs, where I have been enjoying the Interdependence Day celebration. So, Vajra, it is so good to see you.
I'm good. I'm so glad to be here. It's wonderful. From Palm Springs to Oregon to LA to wherever else everybody else is, it's fantastic.
And there is Dr. Miluna. Welcome, Dr. Miluna.
Thank you.
Mata, do a quick hello and check in.
Hi.
Marcia Works, how are you?
I am doing well.
So here we are at our Sunday services with Dr. Miluna Fausch. So we are so lucky to have Dr. Miluna back with us. She's been such an important part of our museum. She'll be more formally introduced later on, but she is our fabulous guest speaker today, and we are so happy to have her back. So this is the season of summer, the mother in woman, the blessed body. And those of you who are new, springtime is the time we celebrate the maiden and the mind. Autumn is the time we celebrate the queen and the heart. Winter is the time we celebrate the wise woman and the spirit. And summer is the time of the mother archetype and the body. So we are in our bodies. Of course, we always are. And I'm your center holder, Ava, and we are carrying on with our online offering. Our theme today is interdependence with compassion. And so I ask you all to ground and center and attune us. And since we have the benefit of Vajra Ma, may we ask you, Vajra, since you are the absolute mistress of being in the body, may we have you take us through a minute or two of grounding, because it's so challenging to just be online and be in your head, and we don't want to live right here, even though we're online. We're experiencing this through our eyes and through our heads still. As a circle in the unseen world, we absolutely need to be in our bodies. So take it away, Vajra. Get us in our bodies, really and truly.
Our bodies are such a great gift from the mother and from the earth. And so as we ground, we intend our coming more fully into our bodies, inhabiting our bodies to be a blessing to the earth and to all our relations. So let's breathe. Let's soften our bellies and feel the breath gently expand the body from the belly up to the rib cage and the chest, receiving without effort the breath, the constant gift of breath. Thank you, Mother, for the breath of life. And as we receive the breath and let it go easily, we feel the support of the chair, the pillow, the floor, and the earth below the building. Feel the support, constant support. And let the breath help create a taproot from the core of your body, down through the vagina, the perineum, down through the legs and feet, down through the floor, into the soil, into the earth mother, into the water table below, and deep, deep, deep down into the earth, a beautiful taproot. Feeling the breath come easily and leave easily, nourishing us constantly. And let's consciously inhale nourishment from the core of the earth through this taproot. Up into our body, receive the sustenance of the mother, and exhale loving awareness and appreciation back down into her. Inhale her sustenance, Earth Mother, and exhale loving awareness and appreciation. And allow this sustenance to permeate every cell, fluid, and tissue, every space of the body, our sacred body. We are here in our bodies, blessed be.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. Blessed be, blessed be. Just taking that in, feeling yourself so grounded, attuning, and just say with me your own name and your mother's name under your breath. I am your name, daughter of your mother's name. And say with me, sisters, your mind is your own, your thinking is clear, your thoughts are powerful. How do you hold your mind? As the divine intelligence of
Goddess.
Sister, your body is your own, your body is beautiful, your body is divine. How do you hold your body? As the sacred
body of Goddess.
We are
We're
women,
women,
the carriers of humanity, the holders of humanity. We remember always to celebrate ourselves as Goddess embodied. Our intention together is to accept joyfully our interdependence with one another and to allow the deep and fierce compassion of Quan Yin for all, including ourselves, and let that glow within us. And I call upon Naiad Priestess Mata to invoke and ask for the blessing of the ancestresses.
Ancestresses, Fausch people, the people of the lands that we are in, whose footsteps ring with the sounds of time, picking up the dust that we breathe today as nourishment of you. We ask permission to do this sacred holy work, and we welcome you, ancestresses. You are here, you are here, you are here. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome. And Naiad Priestess Marcia Works, would you acknowledge the direction?
Powers of the East, element of air, beautiful maiden. We feel you in our bodies. Because we are here, you are here, you are here, you are here. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Powers of the South, element of fire, creative mother. We feel your fire within our bodies. And because we are here, you are here, you are here, you are here. Hail and welcome. Powers of the West, element of water, cool, fresh, clean water. The queen within us, the boundary holder. Because we are here, you are here, you are here, you are here. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Powers of the North, element of earth, grandmother, she who lives inside all of us, the magic, the mystery. You are not invisible. We feel you. And because we are here, you are here, you are here, you are here. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome. Blessed be. And we call upon Priestess Sandy Limina to please, if you would, acknowledge Great Mother in her form today that we are venerating the name Quan Yin.
Holy Mother blesses you. Holy Mother, you of infinite compassion, you who ride the dragon and pour the waters, the cooling waters that slake our thirst. You who ride the dragon and control the dragon with your thoughts and with your love. Bless us today with your presence. Strengthen our will, our bodies, that we may live our lives in strength, remembering to temper with love and compassion. We call you from the heart to be with us now. Blessed be.
And let us look at the beautiful images of Quan Yin, and we ask that the ancestresses of this land where I am, Palm Springs, the Agua Caliente, and the ancestresses for wherever you are, your land, we ask for your blessing upon this ceremony. And if you have an offering that you wish to make to your own personal altar, this would be the time to place that there now. We want to acknowledge that this has been a strange time for all of us, and yet we have remained connected to all of our wonderful volunteers, our votresses, our Melissa priestesses, and our Naiad priestesses. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you for holding us together. Deep appreciation to Queen Donna Balch, who has been, she is such a humble person. She is such a generous soul, and she has been so supportive during this time of change. And I don't know that she's not always too much with the computer, so I do not see her with us today, but she is in our heart because this woman has really given us so very much. So and also we were going to have a big birthday party for her back in May, and just as that was scheduled, it closed us down, and that was very unfortunate. We just honor and acknowledge Donna. And Patricia, if Donna is not on this call, Patricia Gallet, you're a very good friend of hers. Would you please communicate that we spoke our appreciation, and we said how very, very grateful we are to her.
Donna loves the Goddess Temple, and she shows it in her actions, in her tithing, in her support for each of us. She's not quite as social these days, and she's missing it, but she sends her love. I think the only reason she isn't here is because of technology. She is just a wise woman, and she shares that, and we're all grateful. Thank you. I will tell her.
Our beloved Priestess Mata is moving to Pueblo, Colorado. There's Pueblo right there in the middle of the country, and it's not all that far away from us. So Mata assures us that she is not really leaving. I know you're looking forward to your Bon Voyage party online that we're hosting for you, and everybody's welcome. Is that right, Mata?
Yes, yes. I'm moving with family, and it's just seemed like the right thing to do. It was perfect timing, and it wasn't even thought out for too long. It was just brought to me, and I said, yeah, that's it. So I'm moving to be with family, and I'm not leaving anybody. This is really a good. Let's all take this as an example of as above, so below thing, because we're never leaving anyone ever, really. And I plan on coming back, so I'll we'll have to get together when I come back as well.
Absolutely. And we're looking forward to your party online on Friday, July 10th.
It'll be fun.
So everybody who is coming to that, bring a glass of something festive. I've suggested to everyone that you wear a crown because that is just so Mata. She would be pleased, I think, to see us all in crowns, right, Mata?
Yes.
Blessed be. The museum, as you know, is moving. We've been closed for the past 2 months due to COVID. The health department opened us up for a few days and then closed us again last week. So we were just getting ready to book things and to start again. And then we got the notice, because we are a public location, that because the numbers were up in Orange County, they closed us again. So it's been quite a whirlwind. But in any case, our lease is up soon. So we're going to take this opportunity to find a better place. Sunday, July 12th, we are having a closing ceremony, and this is for members only. I guess the word has gotten out, and I've gotten a lot of requests from people all over the world who have said, I want to be part of the closing ceremony, but no, this is for members in good standing only. Members can attend by Zoom. We will have the Zoom camera set up, but this is in person. It will be with strict protocols. Everyone will wear a mask. Everyone will be checked with a non-contact thermometer at the door, hand sanitizer, social distancing. It's all in place for our safety. And if you feel like you're a vulnerable person, then just attend by Zoom. And if you're a member. And then Sunday, July 13th through the 17th, we will be putting our museum artifacts and statues and temple sacreds in storage. And you are very welcome to come and help us pack, because we need the help, 10 to 4 p.m. each day through the week. And there probably will be pizza and wine involved. I'm not sure, but that's Ava. You know that's Ava. So then Saturday, July 18th, from noon to 5, members can come and take mementos and buy furniture. And that is for the members only, because we feel that the members have given so much, they should have first choice of everything. A lot will be free. Some of the more expensive pieces of furniture, we will ask the members to make a donation. But basically, everything is free, just to say thank you for all that you have given. And then Sunday, July 19th, that's when we open it to the public for our first estate sale. And we need as many of you as possible to help us sell. And basically what that would look like would be you would be seated at a table, and maybe you'll be at the $50 table, and everything on the table's $50. And so you take the money from the people. And so it's kind of easy duty. And it'll be pretty organized, she said laughingly, but we really need your help. You can email me and let me know that you're coming, so I know how much help we have. And then Saturday, August 1st, we will have, for whatever is left over, a professional estate sale that will be run by an outside company. And boy, are these people organized. They have got it all together. And they empty the place out down to the last paperclip. And then on the 15th, I have a final walkthrough, and we hand the keys back to our landlord, Cole. If you have any questions about any of that, just email me or text me. We shall begin looking for a new place. It might take a while. It might take, we're going to wait for exactly the right thing. It might take a year. I have no idea. We're all in the state of flux. So we're just taking what comes, and it'll all unfold perfectly. But the Sunday online services for the Goddess Temple will continue just as they are, just as we're doing now, the first Sunday of each month for women. Oh, so take a breath and just like feel all that change in the air, and allow yourself to focus, if you will, on the goddess in her aspect as Quan Yin, venerated for thousands of years the world over. She is the embodiment of compassion. Of course, an Asian goddess, many, many temples. And this is short for Quan Yin, which means either she who hears the cries of the world or she who perceives the sounds of the world. And that's a little different when you think about it. The cries of the world implies something different from she's just hearing the sounds of the world. Of course, she's probably the most widely beloved Buddhist divinity. Beautiful picture there by Carol Martinez. And our member, Yeshe Matthews, has a regular online chant and experience of Quan Yin, which is very beautiful. You can find it if you go to Facebook, and it's really, truly lovely. There are countless large temples to her. Just take a look at this magnificent, and I think this is not even the largest statue to her. She is truly honored and venerated the world over. I would love to just go through the world just looking for the statues of Quan Yin everywhere. Of course, we have an entire room devoted to her at the Museum of Woman. That room has been just as you see it there for many, many years. It has just served everybody so very well, with such beauty and there's such a presence. I had felt it for a while, and then you said on one of your wonderful visits, you said, I believe this statue is indwelled. And can you share a little bit about your feeling about that and how it felt to you and what you think that means for women who may not know?
Of course, yeah. Whenever I came to the temple, I would go in to greet Quan Yin. And when I would sit at the bench there or kneel or whatever, I would feel this very high spinning frequency in my head. It's the same kind of frequency I feel when I'm in the redwoods. It's like piercing the brain. So the amount of devotion that has been poured out to her, this is what creates a statue to be indwelled, is the communication that people have with it. And also you can actually do a ceremony that deliberately calls in that being. So the being, the vibration, the awareness, the beingness of Quan Yin is in that statue. That's what it means to be indwelled. And so when it's indwelled, it helps you, just like a regular altar does, that may not be indwelled. It always helps you to focus and move through into the invisible realms and to feel deeply in your body and your own awareness, the reality of that deity. And when Yuan Miao, who is a direct emissary of Quan Yin, Yuan Miao, who started the New Century Foundation, and she's been to the temple a number of times, and maybe just once, maybe twice. When I was there and she was there, I took her, I said, come. Yeah, and Yuan Miao had a direct experience of Quan Yin when she was 3 years old and has been her emissary for years. So, and Yuan Miao is a Tibetan Chinese Dakini. She's in her 60s now. Anyway, she came in to the, I said, I want you to see this. She came into the Quan Yin room, and she came over to the bench, to the couch, the ottoman in front of it, and she threw herself down on her knees before the statue. And her hair splayed out behind her. She had this long black, hair, and it was the most beautiful image of devotion. Because Quan Yin is her heavenly master that she communicates with constantly. So I was very moved by that, and I'm so grateful for that beautiful statue and the sacred space that you created there, Ava, and other women helped you create, and that women have brought their love and prayers to her for so many years. Yeah.
We are feeling the compassionate aspect of the one great mother of all in these beautiful images. May we suggest that you call upon the power of Quan Yin when you need to have compassion for someone, and also particularly for yourself. I remember beloved Amina when she was with us. She's had some health challenges, and so she's not coming, but she is still a great goddess woman. And I remember she would always, whenever we spoke about compassion, she would always point out how we all need it, particularly for ourselves. And she was actually the one who taught me that, because I think many years ago I didn't have all that much compassion for myself. I think I was pretty hard on myself, and that changed because of Amina. And Amina was the essence of compassion and gentleness, and we miss her. We miss her. Now, someone we are so thrilled to have back in circle is Dr. Miluna Fausch. And she says women must speak with grace and boldness and inclusivity, neither independence nor codependence, but interdependence is what is needed now to create a world that works for everyone. Dr. Miluna says, I have been in love with the voice since I was a little girl, swinging and singing all of the television commercial jingles in my backyard while dreaming of being a superstar singer or a race car driver, because Dr. Miluna loves hot cars, and she's just that kind of woman. Her superpowers are she's intuitive and creative, scientific and problem solving. She has this perspective coming from this multifaceted experience in the 9-to-5 world, in retail, as an entrepreneur, as an investor, and on stage and screen as a performer. She has performed so beautifully. Some of her original work, Woman, which we played often when we were open. We played that often as a prelude to Gathering. And she has sold everything from Steinway Grands to magazine advertising. I can just see how well she would do that. And she shares her personal experience. Stage fright. Now, I have a hard time imagining her having any stage fright, because she's so fantastic before an audience. But it just shows you, those of us who do have stage fright, you can get over it with the help of a professional like Dr. Miluna. The fear of being heard was something that she had to embrace and overcome. And she had what I think is a shaman initiation. She faced 2 major surgeries to remove a large tumor from her head. And this taught her that she had to take much better care of herself in order to save her very own life. She learned what it takes to triumph over the physical, the mental, the emotional, spiritual, and financial impact that a serious illness brings. She has a BS in music business, certifications as an energy healer and holistic health counselor practitioner. She has a PhD, this is an educated woman, in holistic psychology and private training and classes in voice, acting, camera technique, improvisation, creativity, business, money, success, religion, quantum physics, and even real estate. She also was the president of the Irvine Holistic Chamber of Commerce, and she had her meetings there at the museum when we were open. She is a longtime supporter of the Museum of Woman and Goddess Temple. She's been a member of the Circle of Stars, contributing very generously for years. We are so fortunate to have her back. She's been a popular regular speaker at the museum. She's presented her wisdom. She had this intuitive news segment that she would bring once a month. Great acclaim. And everybody, speaking of Amina would always say, when is Dr. Miluna coming back? Amina just is your biggest fan, Dr. Miluna. She says, the world is starving for effective, dynamic, responsible leaders. Those who practice clear, courteous, courageous, conscious, and inclusive language arts. We are so delighted to have the wonderful Dr. Miluna back with us in circle. Hello, Dr. Miluna.
Thank you so much. How is my volume? Can everyone hear?
Yes.
Yes? Thank you. Thank you. What an honor and privilege to be here, looking at all your gorgeous faces, feeling the energy through our cameras. Welcome, welcome. Goddess Temple. Stop the silencing of women, and I believe it's up to us. I want us to embrace the role of interdependence in truly building a world that works for every human, every creation that the goddess has given us on this beautiful planet. As we honor Quan Yin today, one of my favorite goddesses, I did readings in that room. Vajra Ma taught me and worked with me in that room, and I'm visualizing that now. So I invite all of you to visualize that beautiful Quan Yin room, which will be recreated in another space, in another magical way by Ava and the priestesses. So just remember what that room looks like right now. Take a breath into that. And I'd also like to share with you today a message from my astrologer, Maya White. This is a powerful lunar eclipse, and I know most of you are aware of all the magical, mystical eclipses of July 4th and today. And here's what she says: like two archers drawing back on their bowstrings, Mars and Chiron will guide and release the energy of this eclipse. This is not a predictor of troubles, but it releases the universal tension that is so prevalent right now. And Chiron is teaching Mars lessons such as irresponsible aggression returns like a boomerang. You reap what you sow. Your life on earth is a reflection of your vibration. We know this as priestesses. And she says this eclipse passes over most of the landmass of North America and South America. Institutions are being reset upon the land, implementing corrections, environment, culture, politics, and power structures through the release of divine male energy. So take a breath into that. It's about time we had some more divine male energy. Thank you very much. So lean into that. Don't forget to do your magic. I was out howling at the moon last night. Don't forget to do your priestess gorgeous magic around this mysterious and amazing lunar eclipse. Part of interdependence and celebrating, instead of Independence Day, Interdependence Day, is to move our language from what I call 3G to 5G. You know, they talk about phones being 5G. No, it's dimensions. So I'm going to say 3G to 5G. The word codependence means the other person is psychologically dependent on the first in an unhealthy way. Independence, not influenced or controlled by others in matter of thought, opinion, conduct, etc., thinking or acting for oneself, not depending or contingent upon someone else or something else for existence. And then we come to interdependence. Mutually, I love that, mutually dependent, depending on each other, working together in cooperation, collaboration, true partnership. And Ava mentioned this last month during our service, and it really, really impacted me. And I leaned in and thought a bit more about this. When men rape, it is an act of violence and the silencing of a woman. When men strangle, it is an act of violence and the silencing of a woman. When men slit a woman's throat, it is an act of violence and the silencing of a woman. I read an analysis of data from 75 nations, which contains 80% of the population on the planet. And it revealed that 90% of people are biased against women. 90%. Half of people feel men are superior political leaders. 40% believe that men make better business people and executives. And here's what set me into a very upset state for a few minutes. 1/3 of men and women think it's acceptable for a man to beat his wife. Now let that land. Let that land. Absolutely shocking to me. And I believe that we are the ones to change this. We are the ones. It is now. It is us. It's not them. I don't know who they is. The government, I don't know what all this outside of us is, because it's an inside job. And the world is screaming out for true leaders, as Ava said. It's us. It's us. It's every one of you here. And so I'm going to invite you to step into your power and boldness yet again, taking us to 5G. And I want to invite you to act like a professional. I want you to take your work seriously. Your purpose, it matters. Take your creations seriously. Charge at a value-based price, not by the hour. Don't you dare discount your work. I don't want you ever using that word discount. Don't you dare discount yourself or your work. And you know what people say to the military? Thank you for your service. So I want you to say to yourself, put your hands on your heart right now and say to yourself, thank you for your service. And then remember to say this to our sisters here and our brothers. Thank you for your service. Because just the fact of us holding energy has changed everything this morning already. The New York Times reported that if American women earned minimum wage, and this is just minimum wage, for the unpaid work that they do around the home and in caretaking of others, just in the United States, for the year 2019, we would have made 1.5 trillion, with a T, trillion dollars. Now I want you to let that land. Minimum wage only. 1.5 trillion with a T. Women in America only, the year 2019. Wow. And I was reaching back into some of my own personal experience, because of course we can only speak from our personal experience. And I remembered years ago, I had a friend literally put her hand over my mouth to silence me. And at the time I allowed it, and I never said to her, I never talked about it with her to this day. And because I am a bold person, I am a manifestor fire essence, sometimes I gotta lay some truth on some people. I may have to say the thing no one else is willing to say, because Goddess might tell me to. And so this woman literally did not want me, she was embarrassed by what I was saying. I was speaking the truth, not in an angry way, but in a bold, clear, truth-telling way. Literally hand on my mouth to silence me. I was on stage singing at a concert, and the male saxophonist came over and literally took that microphone from my hand. How dare I shine as the soloist, the woman, the vocalist? Because it was my party, people. Taking the mic away, the silencing of woman, you see. Last week I was on a panel here, not me as a panelist, but witnessing a panel of successful women, is what they called it, from a major university here in San Francisco. And one of the women said, I measure my success and happiness by my husband and kids. 2020, and this successful businesswoman, in her words or their words, says, I measure my happiness by my husband and my kids, turning over that power of herself. What about her? I'm not hearing enough respect and honor and power and truth and clear expression or healthy expression among women or men. So I'm counting on you, my sisters, to model and change this, because we don't have a book on this. We're writing this book now. We don't know what this is going to be. We're creating this in 5G. I don't hear enough rich, resonant voices speaking up with clear, courageous, conscious, courteous, inclusive, meaning get a clue, and inclusive language. I still hear high-pitched girl voices in the body of 50-year-old women looking for approval, or perhaps their voice stopped at trauma. Please love me. Please approve of me. I'm going to speak in a high-pitched voice. One woman said to me, well, Dr. Miluna, nobody's ever said anything about my voice. Well, then you don't have real friends. If no one's ever said to you, you cannot possibly be taken seriously when you speak like a child. This woman ran an international sales organization. Most people only heard her voice over the phone. Can you imagine? We don't have the visual cue. All we hear is this teenage girl voice managing an international sales organization. For me, that is a disconnect. That is a disconnect. It is not a woman in her vocal power and healthy expression. And of course, you can build a voice. You can build your muscles. You can build everything in this goddess temple that you're in. Of course you can. I had someone say to me the other day, well, I'm sure your business hasn't been impacted by COVID-19. Well, what do you mean? I'm self-employed. My husband is self-employed, meaning anything that we have, retirement, insurance, or any benefits, we're paying. Of course, my business has been impacted. We're small business owners. Of course, everyone has been impacted. So sisters, let's remember compassion. Everyone has been impacted. And certainly anyone who owns a business has been impacted. Let us remember to speak with compassion. And as Ava said, a lot of that's self-compassion, and stop being so hard on ourselves. In fact, most of my clients ghosted when it first happened. They simply walked away, and to this day, they are not in communication with me. And I love my clients, and I bet you do too. It's just a reality. Maybe you've had people say, did your husband let you do that? Oh, did you just use the word let? Does your husband allow you to do that? We don't speak that language here in the Fausch house. Nothing about that. Our voices are not meant to silence each other or lord over each other. I believe we're designed to speak our truth in harmony, to disagree without being disagreeable. So let's be mindful of labeling others. Old woman, ugly man. Separate the behavior from the person. When someone says, oh, I'm referring to the older crowd, I say, what do you mean by that? And then they'll go, people over 50. Well, I'm an over 50 woman, so I'll usually say something like, oh, you mean the more experienced crowd? Oh, you mean some of us that might know a thing or two because we've been here a couple of years. What does that even mean, older? And following the advice of Dr. Christiane Northrup, I no longer reveal my chronological age. And I'm so proud to tell you my birthday was Friday. And I no longer say my age. And I could never understand why actors in Hollywood didn't say their age. Do you know why? Because of the ageism and the sexism. And so I'm no longer going to say, because I refuse to let anybody put me in a category of old, out of touch, or not on the cutting edge of technology. Now, sisters, why would I want to be on the cutting edge of anything? Cutting edge. I think perhaps I want to be on a curvy edge of a miraculous discovery or invention, or how about something that would truly enlighten and help Mother Earth and her peoples? How about that? So let's move beyond guys. If I hear that one more time, hey guys, what's up? Well, I don't know, because I'm not a guy, and I don't know what's up. Let's move beyond that. Let's greet with culturally sensitive inclusion of everyone. Guys is actually a disrespectful word for a male person. I think Ava taught us that. How about folks? My people love folks. Everybody, everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome teams. Welcome fantastic people. Welcome the name of your company, whatever it might be. Let's stop with got your back, stab you in the back, which Ava taught us is prison lingo and slang. How about this one, which I read last week? They keep saying, get the most bang for your buck. You understand what that means, please. How about this? Let's fight the coronavirus. I'm not fighting the coronavirus. I'm not even entertaining it. I'm not even having it over. We don't fight. We don't have to be warriors. We don't have to dominate. And speaking of respectful, inclusive language, the other part of successful communication is what? To listen. Oh, and I read this most amazing thing. Modern science tells us, I don't know what modern means, but science tells us, because you know they have to pay people to figure things out, things we've known for lifetimes, that one of the greatest recording devices in the world is wood. And scientists have been able to extract voices and sounds from trees. I'm just so amazed by that. So the next time, if you're burning a log in your fireplace and you think that you heard birds chirping, listen to me, chirping, cheeping, it's because you do. That amazing tree, and we have a redwood, we have grandmother redwood right in front of our home here that I pray to every day because she guards our home. And she's recording all of the sounds. Isn't that miraculous? Greatest recording device in the world, greatest instrument in the world, our ears and our speakers that are built in and our ability to express. And studies show that women are 50% more interrupted by both men and women. Isn't that nuts? So be mindful. Some of us like to speak fast and get to the point. Be mindful you're not interrupting your sisters and your brothers. And how can we be more in relationship with other women and interdependence? Do business with other women. It's actually very easy. And I want to ask you to take a look at your own beliefs. Do you expect other women to work for free? Have you asked other women to work for free? I'm asked to speak all the time for free. I was asked to sing all the time for free. I'm asked to discount my services. People share my music without buying it. They just give it to someone else. But see, that's my intellectual property. That's my creation. And we call money the exchange on the planet, at least for now. And so that's how I pay bills. We don't care about money. We care what it does. It provides self-care and safety and choice. And I can tell you that when I sell a digital copy of Woman or Strong Body on iTunes, Google, Amazon, Spotify, I get paid 0.01. And so last week I went into my CD Baby account, and for the years from 2015 to 2020, 5 years, I received a payment of $19.03. $19.03. So if you don't know the ugly behind of the music business, let me tell you that's it. So are you supporting platforms that don't pay creators for their intellectual property that allows them to be in business, because we are the ones providing content and beauty and music and spiritual studies? So let's not add to the problem of patriarchy or women not being valued just for our own selves or for our work, our purpose in the planet, for our temples. And I have a paid referral program, which I recently changed to a gratitude program. And when I put that in place, I had one woman say to me, "That's pretty needy, don't you think? I wouldn't do that. That's needy." And another woman said, "That's really stupid, Miluna." Well, how many times have you referred business to someone else and not even been thanked? I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. So I say the way that women do business is in gratitude and sharing. I say that we share. And one way is a gratitude program, however you choose to do that. So think about that. Thank yourself for your service. Thank your sisters for their service. And sisters, at this point, I want to invite you to stay in your lane, to use your superpowers, to mind your business. Say yes to yourself. Stop saying no to yourself. Say yes to yourself. And when called to, and you know it's right intuitively, partner together with people, especially your sisters. When called to do so, say yes as we build community. Together, we magnify our witches' work, our priestess power, our goddess goodness. And I ask Goddess to lift us up where we belong. Blessed be.
Oh, blessed be. It's so good to hear you again, Dr. Miluna. How wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. At this time, we normally would have our procession to the stage to make our offerings, and we sing our song, "Oh, great goddess, wealth and prosperity, riches flow forth from inside me." We just take this moment to say thank you to all you, our members, who have continued to support us with some special gifts also that we may carry on. It's going to take us money to put our items in storage, to move out of the location we've been in for 17 years. So we, even though we don't have rent to pay in 2 months, we still will need for a time the membership donation. So we certainly hope you can stick with us and just know how grateful we are that you do that. So I call upon our priestesses to join energetically, connect, and lead us in a prayer for women of the world, for the interdependence of women, knowing that we are interdependent upon one another, and also that we do well to have compassion for each other and for ourselves. There's so much hardness on Facebook that I see amongst women. Let there be more compassion and softness.
Great Goddess. Now we turn our attention to all the women of the world, including ourselves, we, us, I, you. There is no other. We are all one. We connect our hearts like a huge, huge heart as Quan Yin descends upon us in this time, growing larger and larger. She is showing us our connection. May all women know beyond a shadow of a doubt that there is no separation, that we are interdependent upon each other, upon Goddess, that there is no divide. It is all whole and one. And we feel this beauty, love of Quan Yin descend upon all women. They feel it in their hearts. They feel the joy. May their eyes see throughout the days, throughout the weeks, in the months and the years, their role, their place, their position, their need. We need each other. And we live not without each other. Blessed be.
Sister, I see you. You are me. I am you. We are all images and likeness of Goddess, she of 10,000 names in the nameless. Quan Yin, Goddess of compassion. Feel her. In our hearts beat one with another, We sway one with another. Women, sisters, mothers, grandmothers, aunts, cousins, women. Feel your bodies. Listen to Mother as she whispers. She is whispering to you. She is whispering to me. We are all connected. We need each other. Some are tall, some are short, some are round, some are straight, but we are all women. Our beautiful bodies sway one with another. Our limbs reach out to each other. We are supporting one another. We are lifting each other. And as we lift, as we give to one another, we still have much more to give to ourselves. Our compassion is endless. Our love for each other is endless. There's no reason to compete. Feel that. Feel the love. Feel your sister as she cries. Those are your tears. Your tears are her tears. Your joys are her joy. We are one. We are all connected. Great Mother, she loves us all. We are one. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Blessed be. Mother, as we feel each other, as we stand in a etheric circle, hands in each other's hands, short and tall and fat and thin, colors, ages, all different. May we remember and may we discern how to practically help each other. Remind us to reach out with kindness when we see a sister in distress. Help us to know how we can help or to ask, do you need help? Can I help you? Help us remember it's not just enough to feel. It's not just enough to have the intent. But we must embody and manifest that help for ourselves, for our community, for each other. Help us to recognize ourselves in each other, all as aspects of you and ourselves. Help us to remember to do this with love and compassion from our wombs and our hearts, women to women. And we thank you, Mother, for your blessings. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Blessed be. So take those prayers in and feel that perhaps, yes, we have fulfilled the intention that we set an hour and a half ago. We have acknowledged our interdependence. We have availed ourselves of the compassion of Quan Yin, particularly remembering it for ourselves. And let's speak together. Oh, your mind and your body are your own. Your thinking is ever more clear. Your presence ever more powerful as you go forth from your woman's temple. How do you hold your mind and body?
As the divine expression of Goddess.
We are women, the carriers of Shakti, the
holders of humanity. We go forth, celebrating ourselves as the presence of Goddess on earth.
Great Goddess of all, whose body is the universe, whose awareness is all that is, and of whom we are an embodiment. We are so grateful for the knowledge of you at this time, especially at this crucial time on the earth. We are grateful for the brilliant message of Dr. Miluna, who speaks your truth, as she is your embodiment of beauty, courage, and clarity. We are grateful for Ava Park, who founded and has held the center of this temple for so many years. We are grateful for the priestesses here who facilitate our experience of communicating with you and bringing women together in worship. We are grateful for our bodies. We are grateful for the food and sustenance and water and air and beauty that Mother Earth gives us constantly, and for the breath of life. We are grateful to know who we are as women. And we are grateful that you are sending us forth in our lives, our daily lives, our individual lives, our collective life, and our global life together to speak your compassion, to express and act your compassion, which is our compassion. We are grateful to know who we are. Thank you for this life. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Blessed be.
Quan Yin, you of infinite mercy, love, and compassion, we thank you for blessing us with your presence today. For each woman, stirring her heart, giving us strength, and we know you're always going to be with us as we go forward today. But for now, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessed be.
Ancestresses, Hashem people, angels, fairy, totem animals, all, we thank you. Thank you for your guidance and your love and your belief in us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Powers of the North, element of earth, we have heard you. You have been with us as we are reminded more and more of our interdependence. Thank you, blessed be. Powers of the West, element of water, as we leave the circle, we have all embodied the water that runs through our veins, for we are all interconnected. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Powers of the South, element of fire, let the fire of our interdependence be with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Powers of the East, element of air, let us feel the flow of our independence, our interdependence with one another. Blessed be.
Blessed be. You women are the best. You really are. It is such a privilege and an honor to be with all of you. And I see in our list, Amrita is here. I see Meredith is here. Patricia Gallet, Sarah Lampa, former priestess of the, and once a priestess, always a priestess. I'm here to tell you. So if you live in the area, you will be called on to perform your duties if we find out where you live. Ruthanna Abigail, Connie, there you are. Hello, Connie. Good to see you. So we are very, very grateful. Let's see if we can wrap this up in some kind of a graceful way. Really grateful to Vajra Ma for joining us.
Yes.
So dissolve any cords that you may have created in the last hour amongst the women. Stand in your own power right where you are, on the land right where you are. Feel that yes, you are interdependent, and yes, you also stand in your own power. It's not a paradox. Both things are true. Both things are true. Next month, we are going to be having Sandy Limina and honoring the Goddess Sekhmet as our guest speaker.
Sekhmet rules. But I remember the first time I really met Sekhmet was in a workshop with Ruth Barrett where she was talking about aspecting, and we all wore Sekhmet masks. But my message was, I'm not just about retribution, you know. And I'm like, okay, who are you? So we're going to talk a little bit about Sekhmet, her history, and some of my experiences with her in Egypt. I was privileged to go to Egypt with Ruthanna a year ago, February, and how we can use her in our lives at this particular time when we've been, some of us, Vajra, been fighting for years for this to happen. Now it's happening. We're going to talk about her history, who she is, what does she mean to you, what does she mean to me, and how we can walk with her during these trying times, and how we how she can support us.
Very good. We will look forward to that. And in our ceremony on the 12th, I believe it is, for the members only, women members only, we will certainly be addressing Sekhmet, asking for the powerful energy to fill our bodies as we make our way through this transition. Our circle is open but unbroken. May the love of the goddess be ever in your heart. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. But pass a warm hug energetically in the unseen world, one to another. We'll now conclude our meeting. We are so grateful to Dr. Miluna, and just know how grateful we are for your presence here today with us.
Let's go forth and use our voices for good. And hold in your heart Quan Yin, the interdependence, as we create this world that works for everyone.
Blessed be. Blessed be. And thank you, priestesses, for facilitating with me. This concludes our meeting. I am going to now open it up to all participants to let them all say hi and put your video on. Just pretend you're having a bite to eat with all of us. Ava's gone and out of her private stash, she's gotten some kind of fun libation, and she's pouring it for you now. Let the meeting carry on in that fashion.
I walk with the goddess.